Flippy is a calm and friendly green bear until something reminds him of war, which he will flip out to his evil side known as FLIPPY and start killing the other characters. In this video I will be piecing together what has happened in his past before the events of any of the episodes in the main series. I'm going to start with the irregular episode called Operation Tiger Bomb. Flippy is in the war, and at this point he was a private and had two commandos. The first is Sneaky the Chameleon, who has the ability to turn invisible, and he has a strong and flexible tongue, which can be used to help him kill enemy soldiers. And the second is Mouse Kaboom, who seems to be French and is an explosives expert, with some of his explosives being disguised as apples. They kill two patrolling soldiers, and Flippy attempts to assassinate the Tiger General by throwing a knife at him. The plan fails due to him throwing a slice of pizza instead. So Flippy is on the run, and then Sneaky and Mouse Kaboom die. Tiger General and the soldiers are catching up with Flippy, so he decides to hide in the corpse of Sneaky. Flippy becomes very scared and flips out to his evil side, and then kills the soldiers and the general, but unfortunately loses his hands. This is the first time that Flippy's evil side started, because things like guns, explosives and his own knife does not make him change to his evil side. Events that caused him to have flashbacks. Sometime after the events of the episode, Flippy must have had his hands reattached, and later became promoted to Sergeant and carried on fighting in war. Because of what Flippy remembers in his flashbacks and what triggers his PTSD, I know that there was knives, grenades, bombs and massive explosives in the war. He has been around during gunfights. He has fought in the jungles and what seems to be a desert. He has been in the trenches and seen one of his allies dead due to a deadly gas attack. He has seen soldiers burning his allies with flamethrowers. Enemy planes have flown over him and sometimes dropping bombs near him. He's heard alarms ringing. Bows and arrows was used during the war. He seems to have seen dead civilians due to the way he looks at Giggles with ketchup on her. And he has been captured, but what is interesting is that there are sharp bamboo sticks instead of guns, so maybe he was captured by local people or natives, but it's more likely that it's probably just the enemy. Due to what he does in the main series and the ways he kills the other characters, it's safe to assume some things. In the war, Flippy himself has used knives and clearly has had a lot of practice with using them, due to his aim when he throws one at a woodpecker and how often he uses one or an object that can cause similar damage. He has used grenades and possibly bows and arrows. He piloted helicopters, boarded planes and used parachutes. He hid in the environment to avoid detection. He has killed soldiers with his bare hands, set soldiers on fire, used wire to choke unsuspecting soldiers. He set up traps, including bear traps. Due to what he does to Handy in one episode, it's possible that he removed the limbs of his enemies in the war so that they would die slowly. He did not kill small children due to his evil side not wanting to kill Cub. He has used Shifty's skin to trick Lifty, so maybe he did a similar thing with an enemy soldier. It's up for debate if Flippy ever used a gun in a war, but both sides of him can be seen using staplers like guns. Additionally, he can be seen with a gun in the 2012 new season teaser, but if he has used some guns, it's unlikely that he used them often. And it's possible that the reason why evil Flippy enjoys the raw taste of the other characters is because he had a lack of food when he was at the war, and he ate the parts of his enemies and allies to keep his energy levels up. But it seems like normal Flippy also enjoys the taste of raw meat, which is not surprising because he's a bear, but he seems to not realise that he was eating the remains of Mime in Party Animal. Why did Flippy retire? Well, this is what I think would make sense. Due to what he remembers, it seems like evil Flippy only happened when he was in great fear, but over time it became easy to trigger it, and due to his fear, he started attacking anyone who was around, even allies and friends, because he thinks that they are all the enemy, which possibly is the reason why he ended up retiring, which would explain why he seems to have seen Giggles as a dead civilian but then decides to kill her, and why Flippy imagines two evil Flippies killing another evil Flippy. So Flippy joined the war, then the events of Operation Tiger Bomb happened, he got promoted to sergeant, the events that caused his flashbacks happened, he then retires and leaves to the episodes in the main series. After he retired, it seems like that Flippy just wanted to relax, and in many episodes he can be seen watching TV, reading books, sleeping and hanging out with friends. He can also be seen doing different jobs, like being a librarian, driving a truck and working at a carnival. But Flippy is haunted and is clearly scared of his evil side known as Flippy, due to the fact that he has nightmares about him and tries to do things to keep himself calm. And it's possible that a lot of his interests are caused by him not wanting to change to his evil side.